Hi everyone, Linda Heldman here for Canadian Beats. I have with me on the phone today this week's chosen winner of the launch, Jade Inc. Welcome, Jade.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you holding up with all the craziness of being announced uh, the artist to launch this week?
It's been busy. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great talking to all the radio stations and the support from the fans and the new fans. And my phone's been very, very busy. So it's been a good couple 2 days. It's been great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know the Thursday's really busy with the TV shows and stuff like that. So I only see what's being posted online. I can just imagine how crazy it all is. So
Yeah.
Wednesday night after the show, your song Codes was launched to social media and radio. And
Mhm.
yesterday, my information's a little sketchy because I'm not at home right now, but I did see that it hit number 17 as the highest new entry on iTunes, and I haven't seen how it's done today. Do you have any information on that?
I have no idea where it's at right now with iTunes. The last time I checked, I think it was around, the last time they told me it was around 17. I haven't really looked at the charts, to be honest with you.
Right,
So
right.
I'm not really trying to pay attention to that too much, but I'm just glad that people are listening to it and it's being received well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a great song, and I love how when you were in the production end of it that you made it your own. You had your own input, and it seemed that everybody was very accommodating to have you make the song the way you wanted it to sound.
Yes, they're definitely accommodating to it. It's such a huge compliment because I went into the show with the mindset of kind of challenging myself with this 48-hour turnaround and with being with Ian Kirkpatrick and Julia and Scott. You're also there to get feedback and it's just kind of make sure what you're doing and what the standard I guess with music is. It kind of lines up, and so there was really much no feedback, any feedback at all. It was just like, yeah, we like it, keep going. All my ideas were pretty much good to go. So that was a huge compliment.
And it actually earned you a writing credit on this song.
Definitely did. Definitely got a writing credit on the song, so that's amazing.
Yeah, that has to be the pinnacle as far as, hey, you come in, they're giving you an original song, you're making changes, and it's like, yes, and we're going to add you as a writing credit on this.
That's pretty dope.
So that's pretty exciting. Now, songwriting comes naturally to you because you've written many, many songs yourself, and I was having to listen to some of your other material, and it is so good. Really, really good.
Thank you.
Now, the one question I've been asking each artist every week, for your audition song, you chose Sorry by Justin Bieber. What was your inspiration behind choosing that song?
I perform that song acoustically with my guitarist, and I think the words are just so beautiful. They're really, really simple. It's straight to the point. It's just a well-written record. You can't get away from it. When it first came out, it was just so impactful. You couldn't really. It was just so simple, and it's really written well, and it felt good singing it. And I just wanted to, give them my own version of it. That's why I chose that song.
Great. And the original tune you did was called Deep Under, and I found that really helped showcase your writing abilities and your musical style, which just it totally impressed the mentors, and I loved some of their comments that they had to say about you at the end. Uh, like Julia is saying, "You're a star," which is like, wow. Ian was saying things like, "You really know yourself, and that is so attractive." And then Scott is like, "You have the artistry, you just needed the team," and it just made everything come together so beautifully for you.
Yeah, it definitely did. Wow. I only hear exactly what they were saying when I was on the panel talking with them, and what got me is when I wasn't in the room, what they were saying. You know what I mean? It was really beautiful, and it was a bit surreal. Usually you try to be a bug on the wall or some sort of insect on the wall or something, just to kind of be in the room to listen to those conversations with these Grammy nominated top charters, you know what I mean, and Scott Bishetta being who he is, and to be in the room with them and have them compliment me on that level is amazing. It's so great.
I had to laugh at the clip where you're in the rehearsal portion, and he goes, commands, demands respect given, and he bows to you, and I'm there going, wow, my mind would be blown at that point.
I have to watch that episode again because I had a little venue and I missed that clip. I heard the respect given. I didn't get to see the bat. Everybody's like, whoa. And I'm just like, what just happened? Like, I need to see that every morning when I get up. Every time I'm in a bad mood, I just need that in my life all the time. You know what I mean? Like, that's huge. Like, and he compared me to Lauryn Hill. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's a huge compliment coming from Scott. But he's just such an amazing person. He just really warm. Usually when you think of moguls and executive producers, people that own their own record label, you think they're going to be super tough and hard to, not approachable. And here is this guy that just wears so many different hats and is giving me this huge compliment of just like, it was nothing like, I think what a lot of people were afraid of, what I was afraid of as well, like, not say I was afraid of, but a lot of people were thinking outside of, when they found out I was going to do the show, is that they were going to try to change me. Because when you get into this type of industry, they want you to be what they want you to be, and more pop artists and that type of like bubblegum type of artist, and that's not me at all. So when I'm there, he's just like, I want you to be you, like, your R&B. If you want to change the song to an R&B song or make it have that feel, let's do it. If you want to add the Caribbean, let's do that. It was nothing as like, no, that's not good. It was just like, let's try this. What about this? What do you think about that? It was a collaboration rather than, hey, no, do that. There was no ego in the room at all. It was pretty amazing. I had a great time. That was my favorite time, being in the studio with Ian and Scott. And what you probably didn't see is that, because it was so short, we were in that room for I want to say like a good, we were in that room for a while, but the conversation, they had to get us to stop talking. You know what I mean? Because we're having so much fun. Me and Ian were just kind of talking about the song, and we want to do this, and we want to do so much things. Just like, listen, we only have this amount of time. Like they had to like get someone in the room to kind of push us to keep it moving. But it was a great process.
It's just like you meet them and the initial shock of, oh my goodness, these people are here, and then you start working with them, and I'm sure that melts away very quickly, and it just feels like you've known them forever.
Yeah, it did. Like I said, there's no ego in the room. There was nobody that's like, I'm so and so, and I've gotten this and this and that, and I don't look at I see celebrities and all that, but I'm not, I don't get like celebrity happy and like, oh my god, like I've never, maybe it depends on who I meet, but within this particular scenario, it was about getting the record done, getting the record completed, and the fact that I wanted to make so many changes to it, I had to like, get focused. When I'm in the studio, there's like no smiling. I'm super serious because I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to focus on getting the record done. So no egos in the room. Very, very, very supportive.
I think from the time you walked out to your audition to the time you left the stage after doing your live performance, you have this air of confidence about you. You're so set in knowing who you are, what you want, and you're I'm going to say you're like a freight train where nobody's going to stop you. You're open to ideas and things like that, but you are very focused. Would you say that?
I am. I have to be. I'm coming from an independent world where I was working on my own, and I'm sorry, I had to release music on my own, and I had to just always be on the ball with things. So being in this new environment, it's always go for me, especially when there's a new challenge up and there's a new song involved, and I want to make the best possible outcome out of it. And it's important for me to be driven and stay driven so I can reach my goals and have fun in the process, right? Mm-hmm. So I've had to be that way, just because of me being independent. You just have to have that type of energy for yourself.
Well, I wish you the best of success with this song and future songs down the road, and everything that you end up doing with Scott from here forward. It's really an exciting journey for you.
Thank you so much.
All righty.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you for having me. Thank you for listening. And make sure everybody get codes. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. And follow me everywhere. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Thank you. We've been speaking with Jade Inc., who is the Week 5 winner of The Launch. And I'm Linda Heldman for Canadian Beats.